All right, guys, welcome back to another live episode where we bring you everything real estate related. And that doesn't mean just what the value of your home is, it also means really what's happening in your backyard. So, we have another 5 set of stories that are going on in your backyard that ultimately affect what your value of your home is. So, let's jump into it. We are starting off with a bang. We're talking about the Bon Secours Wellness Arena and the renovations that are slated to start. So, first of all, they are looking for a project manager. This person's going to have a lot of say so in what is going to happen, not only on this 13-acre site, they're also going to have a lot of say in really the overall aesthetic of it. So the rendering that I see here is way more inviting, way more walkable of a community. If you've been to any functions here, you're going to see that it's really hard to get there. Parking is a little bit of a pain in the butt. You're going to have to walk a couple of miles to get there sometimes if you're not in VIP parking, because that doesn't really exist there right now. So the rendering is not only a lot of glass, they're also going to update and enlarge the footprint of this. So it's going to allow people to, more people to come in and enjoy these functions that are happening here. And since their opening in 1998, they've had over 3,000 events and over 12 million people have come as it sits right now. So you can only imagine if they make it larger and more accommodating and walkable, how many more events are going to be attracted to here in Greenville. They're also talking about a amphitheater that's going to host over 6,500 seats. Not only that, there's going to be a green space in between the really eating accommodations and the retail shopping that's going to be taking place here as well. Not only that as well, the cherry on top is also VIP parking and other parking accommodations to make this a more pleasing place to go to and go to events with. Couple of stats though I did want to share with you is that in this project, after it's done, it's slated to bring in $91 million in economic output for Greenville, $107 million in total economic output for Greenville County, 443 jobs created by the city of Greenville, 520 jobs for Greenville County also. The amphitheater alone is slated to bring in $15 million annually and $63 million annually in economic activity just because of the attraction that it will be. So amazing things that are happening for Bon Secours Wellness Arena. Can't wait for that to be done. It is going to be a couple-year project, so don't look for that to be done in 12 months, for example. So moving on to the next thing, we're talking about a city ordinance or, sorry, essentially what it is a fee in lieu of taxes. So this is not something that is put into place. It is not law yet. However, it is a proposal that's going to fix our infrastructure and our roads. I, for one, am not a tax person. I'm also not a politician. Anything that's going to help us fix our roads, since I'm driving and showing houses all over the upstate, I, for one, would love that because the amount of flat tires I've had is a little bit exhausting. So anything that's going to really accommodate and make your experience in Greenville, which is the roads, I'm for that for sure. So right now, what this is slated to do is take 80% of the revenue generated for the fee in lieu of taxes and fix our infrastructure. We have so much inbound migration and so much growth happening here that I really would like the enjoyment of driving around, not being focused on dodging potholes, but also experiencing and looking out the windows at the surrounding areas and what's being developed. Next one up for discussion is the Leach Street Commons Townhome is under construction in West Greenville right now. These are luxury townhomes. They are Scandinavian inspired townhomes as well. There's only going to be 17 units. Just from the rendering alone, we're talking that it's big windows. We're talking that it looks like the kind of the color palette is very earth toned. So it's meant to really just engulf its surrounding. It's not a very loud community, if that makes sense. It's also something that's really based off the community. You're going to want to live down here and enjoy the space that you live in. Yes, number one, but number two, you're not going to have to deal with any of the maintenance outside, mowing a lawn or upkeeping any of the landscaping, so you can enjoy downtown as it's meant to be enjoyed. So I'm excited to see what that brings because Cobblestone Home Luxury Builders, which by the way is a local luxury builder, which I love too. It's not an outsourced community coming in. They're in charge of it. Not only that too, but the design center that is in charge of partnering with them is Bloom Design Studios, and they partner with the project to be very purposeful on the design. These units are from 2,000 to 2,400 square feet. They're 3-bedroom and 4-bathroom homes. Sorry, 3-bedroom and 4-bath. They are 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom homes, so you can pick the different layouts that you would like. But again, these are not slated to start until really the first of the year, and they said that late spring of 2026, they are talking about the first residents set to move in at that point. So if you do want more information about this community, happy to get that for you. Just reach out to us in the comments. Next on the docket, if you have driven by this, it is an eyesore. And no longer will it be that because 2 developers have bought it in April. This location is called Baby Bilo. So it's on North Main, downtown Greenville. It is just a old, tired, really strip mall looking property. And it is a 3-acre property. And let me see here. This property was bought in April for $6.7 million by these 2 hedge fund managers, essentially. And it's at 505 North Main Street. There's a full rehaul that's happening here. So it's going to be a 40,044 square foot shopping center that's going to get fully renovated. Everything from coffee shops to retail stores to restaurants to salons, you name it, it's going to be here because the developers are really wanting this to become a destination again. It's been vacant for decades. So they're going to take off the top gable and the roof. They're going to make it more modern looking. They're going to give it a white wall wash kind of look, very upscale look, if you will, and really overhaul it. So I'm excited to see what this destination looks like to really have a date night at, as opposed to just driving by it and it's just another vacant building. Last but not least, guys. All right, so if you've been in Greenville for a while, or if you've been looking to move here and you're looking specifically for a 55 and older community, you will know it's very few and far between. Places like Florida have a ton of them, and other locations have a ton. Greenville just doesn't, or if they do, it's really old. So now, not only is this a new community, it's built by Pulte, which has a very good name in the industry. I had a chance to go to its first broker open and step foot in each and every single one of their designs and their layouts. So I don't know about you, whether it's your first house or your last one, to see a house on paper, it doesn't really do it for me. I really like that I had the ability to walk through, get an idea, and then accurately speak about it to multiple clients that are looking to move here and say, yes, absolutely, I've been in here. I think this floor plan would match for these reasons. The floor plans actually range from 1,300 square feet to 2,200 square feet. Some have upstairs, a lot of them are single-story living. I also like that they are also starting the amenities first and foremost right away, because the amenities are of course going to attract more and more people. It's going to be a 9,000 square foot clubhouse, fitness studio, grand ballroom, meeting room, event spaces, outdoor pool, sun deck, pickleball courts, and bocce ball. I don't know what else you would really need in a 55 plus or really any community, because I think they've got it all covered. And again, I went there with some clients. They absolutely love it. There is a line though. So if you do want to get in line, there is a process for that. And my clients had to go through it as well. It's not something that you can just put a down payment on a lot and you can start moving that shovel soon. There's a process. So if you do want an agent that understands what that looks like, keep in mind, they are still understanding what each price of each lot is going to be. That's not out to the general public yet, and I'm going to get an email first when that happens. So if you do want more information, again, reach out in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you do have any questions or want a deeper dive in any of these subjects, or if next week you want us to cover something specifically, reach out to us as well, and we'll get it covered.